Donc pour ce faire, nous allons dissoudre la Constitution, nous allons dissoudre les institutions. Le gouvernement est dissous. La fermeture des frontières terrestres.
Right, that was scenes as we saw them yesterday in the Guinea capital of Conakry, with wild celebrations in many streets with the ouster of President Alpha Conde by the military, as it happened yesterday. Now, Special Forces Commander Mamady Doumbouya confirmed the coup in Guinea, where he announced the dissolution of the constitution, government, state institutions, and the shutting down of borders. Now, Doumbouya blamed the coup on the socio-political and economic situation of the country, as well as shortcomings in the functioning of Republican institutions, a violation of citizens' rights, corruption, and poverty.
Meanwhile, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres and the African Union have condemned the apparent coup and demanded the immediate release of President Conde. Now, President Alpha Conde, whose whereabouts remain unclear, won a third term in October of 2020 after changing the constitution to allow him to stand again despite violent protests from the opposition.
All right, let's quickly go through the profile of Colonel Mamady Doumbouya, the man who you saw making the announcement on state television yesterday in Guinea there. So Commander Mamady Doumbouya is a licensed officer of the School of War, where with over 15 years of military experience. He's also a former French legionnaire before being called back in 2018 to join the Commandos Special Forces out there in Guinea. Quite a hefty CV he has. He was also part of the operational missions in Afghanistan, Ivory Coast, Djibouti, Central African Republic, and close protection in Israel, Cyprus, United Kingdom, and itself in Guinea.
Now, he also completed operational protection specialist training at the International Security Academy in Israel. Quite a very hefty portfolio, if you ask me. This is what we're looking at. He was also the unit commander, training course at the Infantry Application School. This was in Senegal, and the training of staff officer. This also happened in Libreville, and the Paris War School is also part of his own qualification. Now, he heads the Special Forces group that adapts and improvises to situations that require self-control, risk assessment, and rapid decision making.
You have to say quite rapid with the situations we saw yesterday. Colonel Doumbouya also holds a master's degree with 2 bachelor's degrees in defense and industrial dynamics at the Pantheon University Assas in Paris the 2nd. So he was also a legionnaire, as we said earlier, from the French Army until 2018, when he was recalled to Guinea to command the groupment Special Forces and elite unit of the Army.
Right, quite an impressive one. He is also a commandant instructor at the Foreign Legion in France. It is this physically impressive colossus who has the heavy task of supervising this new unit of the Guinean Armed Forces.
Right, and meanwhile, the United States government and other world leaders have condemned the apparent coup in Guinea, adding that violence and any extra constitutional measures will only erode Guinea's prospects for peace, stability, and prosperity. Now, let's take a look at the statement by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres himself. He's actually put up some quite strong words talking about monitoring the situation in Guinea. Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary General. Now, he says that he strongly condemns since I've personally been following the situation in Guinea, strongly condemn any takeover of the government by force of gun and call for the immediate release of President Alpha Conde. So those are the words of Antonio Guterres. The whereabouts of Conde is yet unclear, but the army did state yesterday that he's under arrest and he's safe and he's healthy. Right,
and even in one of the videos that was put out there, he was shown dressed in mufti, and he was asked, I mean, have you been in any way harmed in the past? And he came out and he answered in the negative. So right now, the military has actually told the civil servants in Guinea to return to work today, that everything is under control and a smooth transition is underway.
All right, we also hear that according to Colonel Doumbouya, all government officials should report to the Palace du Palais in the capital of Guinea, Conakry, to report by 11 a.m. local time in Conakry for a brief meeting. We also hear that the Moroccan team, who are scheduled to play Guinea today in the World Cup qualifier, have been escorted out of Guinea, so no football in Guinea today. Also, a brief we hear out there in Guinea would be issued, because we do not know what the situation might ensue. Now, looking at what should know about Alpha Conde, the president, well, we can still call him president of Guinea. Let's have a brief profile of him for you right here on Breakfast Central. Alpha.
Also, in addition to that, I mean, the president of Nigeria also came out and gave a statement condemning the act done in Guinea. Now, the Nigerian government is saddened by the apparent coup d'etat that has taken place in the Republic of Guinea today, in clear violation of the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance. Now, the government of Nigeria strongly condemns and rejects any unconstitutional change of government, and therefore calls on those behind this coup to restore constitutional order without delay and protect all lives and properties. Now, this is what the spokesperson, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has put out there on the 5th of September, which was just yesterday, 2021.
All right, so we're continuing to monitor the situation out there in Guinea-Conakry. So President Alpha Conde, clearly ousted. We saw him yesterday in jeans in a video which was not been verified, but clearly looked like the Alpha Conde, which was being asked about his health and his status. We've seen the Conde Doumbouya and his forces on live television out there, State TV, talking about his situation. Conde and his son were implicated in corruption scandals, mostly related to ministry industry, and suspected of election rigging, which happened last year. And on the 30th of January 2017, he succeeded Chad Idriss Deby as head of the African Union. He was also succeeded by Rwandan President Paul Kagame on the 28th of January. That's back in 2018.
Now, on 19th day of July 2011, Conde survived the alleged assassination attempt at the presidential residence that happened. This was some 10 years ago. Well, Conde has also suggested publicly for the first time that he could run for a third term if the constitution is changed. Now, this is a move that fueled further unrest in the country, and coming out for a third term and amending the constitution to his favor are part of the reasons why people were quite upset with the situation of things in Guinea. Now, when this coup happened, videos went viral all over the social space, showing civilians coming out
to celebrate,
excited. Mixed feelings. Some were pretty excited. You can see the video on your screen. A lot of the civilians were pretty excited, and they looked happy. If you ask, they looked pretty happy with the situation of things, with the fact that they were not even in support of the third term that the president was putting in the constitution for himself.
Well, it does raise questions about yet again another coup in the West African region. We've seen Mali, Chad, right? All in 2021. So these are situations we'll be following right here on Breakfast Central, and indeed our subsequent news bulletins for the latest from Guinea.